Our studio has now become an art gallery. You are looking at nearly $7 million worth of historical Canadian art, including a $2 million Emily Carr painting and a rare Paul Kane, going up for auction for the first time, guys, in 20 years. All of this art that you're going to be looking at, look at all of this art will be on the auction block next month. With more to give us the stories behind the pieces, the man behind the auction, Rob Cowley, is joining us in studio. Good to see you.
You too, Lindsay.
I have planted my feet firmly, so I do not knock anything over. I am not moving, but I want you to move and walk us through these pieces that we're looking at. Now, before we get started with the Emily Carr, I want to ask you about how these are valued. Like, when an appraiser is looking at a piece, what exactly are they looking for?
Well, typically, I mean, most importantly, we're looking at the artist, of course. So each of these artists are celebrated Canadian artists, and so the market for these artists is quite lucrative, leading to very high auction estimates and lots of demand. Subject matter is very important. So what an artist is best known for, the period of the work. Each of these are from exquisite periods for each of the artists. The condition, the quality of the work, if they're having a good day or a bad day, and what's in fashion. And once again, you have this entire collection, this private collection, is a great deal of it is very much in fashion currently.
And I want to just point out the frame on the Emily Carr.
Yes.
And you're going to tell us about the Emily Carr now, but that stands out to me as well.
Absolutely. The frames are beautiful as well, almost works of art on their own in this collection. The collectors have treated the work with so much love over the last, some of these works have been in the collection for over 50 years.
Wow. So tell me about the first painting.
So the Emily Carr is a 1912 canvas by the artist. It's the Totem of the Bear and the Moon. This was painted in 1912 by Carr. She actually exhibited, we believe, in 1913. It was owned by Marius Barbeau, the famous Canadian ethnologist who bought it from Carr. And it's really only been, it's been in the collector's hands for over 50 years, but certainly one of her most celebrated works. Very excited to be handling it this season. It has an estimate of between $2 and $3 million.
Whoa, pause. An estimated value of what?
Between $2 and $3 million. And given the demand and the attention, we expect it could exceed that and could challenge the record for the artist at auction.
That is exceptional. All right, speaking of exceptional, let's move on. Is it Paul Kane?
Paul Kane. So this is a very rare canvas by the artist. We believe it's the first canvas to debut at auction in more than 20 years. This was owned by the Kane family for over 130 years before they sold it to the current owners. So it's really only had one owner since the Kane family owned it. They've owned it since 1980. The canvas is valued at between $900,000 and $1.2 million. Once again, given the demand, we feel it could very well exceed that.
What's up next, Rob?
Next is James Wilson Maurice. He was actually an internationally celebrated artist throughout his life. This was painted in 1905. It's called Neige, Canada. It's a very rare Canadian canvas, and he actually exhibited it in London in 1912. Estimate of $400,000 to $600,000.
Wow, Lauren Harris up next.
Lauren Harris actually right here, So this is a Lake Superior sketch by the artist. There's a canvas, a larger version of this in the Art Gallery of Ontario, and this painting is between $300,000 and $500,000 at auction.
Oh, incredible. And the Tom Thompson.
Lastly,
special place in my heart for Tom Thompson.
Absolutely, and with many collectors as well. This Thompson, so there's 7, it's very rare. There are 7 versions of the scene. 6 of them are in major public collections. This is the only one that's in a private collection. It was owned by the Thompson family up until these owners acquired it, and they've owned it for more than 50 years. Estimate between $1 and $1.5 million, but once again, we feel it could exceed that.
Can you pick a favorite child here, Rob? Is it impossible?
It's really, really difficult.
Yeah.
I love the Thompson and I love the Carr, but honestly, this collection of artwork, which was so carefully collected and so passionately collected, every artwork is incredible. The first third of the collection will be with us on December 1st at the Cowley Abbott auction.
So, and how does that work? How do people bid on things?
So they can bid in person. We're at the Globe and Mail Centre on King Street East in Toronto. However, you can also bid by telephone, absentee bid, and you also bid online. All those details are at our website.
Yeah, which we should mention. Your website is cowleyabbott.ca. People can go there. This opens on December the 1st. It was just absolutely spectacular to have these pieces in. I've never stood so still in my life while interviewing somebody before, so I almost glued my feet to the ground on purpose. Rob, great to have you in. Thank you for showcasing these pieces for us.
Thank you, Lindsay. It was my pleasure.
All right, we'll be right back. Take a look.